Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. This is my lovely wife Jen. Today we're watching the trailer for the new Avatar the Last Airbender Netflix series. If you've been watching the channel, you know that we went through the entire Avatar the Last Airbender TV show together, not even that long ago. I had not seen it before, she had not seen it before, and we went through quite the journey of like really not liking Aang in book one, and we got a lot of flack for that, to really liking him in the end. Still not being my favorite character per se. My favorite was really Katara. Seeing the whole journey, seeing everything that they had gone through, and a lot of our audience got to experience that with us real time. It was one of the better TV series that we've done on the channel, I think. I did a video essay afterwards talking about Uncle Iroh and Zuko's relationship, and we watched the live action The Last Airbender movie from M. Night Shyamalan, trying to go into it open-minded, because I had seen it once. Having not even seen the show, I went with a buddy of mine who had seen the show, and I went with him. And I remember being like, this was fine, I guess, and then having the context of the entire show, and then watching it was really, really rough. The prospect of, okay, another live-action Avatar the Last Airbender movie, but made into a series. We'll see, it may or may not work, but I am excited to check out the trailer just to see what they're kind of giving us. How are you feeling going into the trailer?
Apprehensive, because we've really seen two different extremes for this content. You know, we saw the movie and then we saw the series. The fact that we spent so much time on the series does give me a little bit of hope that this one is gonna hopefully mirror that as far as like quality goes. I love the characters. Like at the end of the day, I thought they were a lot of fun. I love the storyline within the characters. I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like as live action, because
like done right.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Traditionally for me, prior to doing My Wife Watches, I preferred live action. But since we've done My Wife Watches, there's been a couple instances where we've done a live action and an animated, and I prefer the animated.
Wow, that's some character growth.
I'm very curious to where this is gonna land.
The biggest faults of like the M. Night Shyamalan movie were really like skipping huge chunks of time, or some of the abilities not being how they are in the show. There's that classic one where like all the earthbenders are like dancing, they move like a little pebble like slowly across the screen. I also think that they're trying to make the characters more like appropriate ethnically, so they're not, so Aang isn't like a little white boy, he's like an Asian boy, and Katara is more like Katara's ethnicity in the show. But I'm hoping that if they can fix the story elements that went wrong in the M. Night Shyamalan, and make it just truer to the source material, we might have a fun winner on our hands.
Attention to detail. I'm hoping that this one kind of goes a little further when it comes to that.
Yeah, and I understand when you do a live action adaptation, there's gotta be a little bit of give and take, because some things that are animated don't translate properly to live action, so I understand that. At the end of the day, I just want the story to be good, story to be right, maybe give us some good special effects, some good action sequences, you know, but the story I really want them to nail.
The animated series, I have to give it credit because it was still able to translate that emotion, which I feel like is very difficult to do with animation versus live action. Honestly, live action, you should have a leg up when it comes to that. That was something that was very absent in the movie.
Tell me how to beat the Fire Nation. Oh, and then in the M. Night Shyamalan, Ong, the weird name changes for no reason.
Yeah, that was strange. Again, attention to detail just was not there.
That was a creative choice. I have no idea. I don't think that was a detail choice. That was like, let's do Ong instead of Aang. I don't know
I feel like it's attention to detail because they know that that animated series was beloved.
My last point on the M. Night Shyamalan thing is that as much as I liked Aang Ong, I think that he was like a martial art kid. He had like black belts and stuff, and he clearly is very, very skilled in the movie. I mean, just objectively speaking. But he's not an actor, I don't think. I think he was a martial artist, but he wasn't an actor, and I think his performance just really drug the movie down. I'm not trying to insult him personally.
Yeah,
I think that they chose a martial artist over being an actor.
I remember thinking that they did not care about whether he actually could act. It was like, you know what, he has all the credentials. Yeah,
flips and
he has the credentials, he looks good physically in these fights.
All right, a lot of people crap on the M. Night Shyamalan movies. Let's go ahead and get started into the Avatar the Last Airbender Netflix series trailer. Gosh, I want this to be good so badly.
Yeah.
Time is a funny thing. The past. The future.
Katara. Sokka looks like Seth MacFarlane.
It all gets mixed up.
Ooh. Oh, Zuko looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unmistakably Uncle Iroh.
Great.
There's only one way
The file mod.
to keep the strength.
Ooh.
Always remember who you are.
Oh.
Momo.
Oh.
Oh, he looks cute. He's a cute kid.
Appa looks so good.
Oh, that's coming out soon. My initial impression is that that looks pretty solid. I think
Right.
it looks really, really good. I don't know if they're going to do like the first season or series be focused just on book one, or if they're going to try and do like the whole series in one season or one like limited run or something, or if they're feeling it out, they'll see how the first season of the live action does and then continue on from there. They don't really give us a whole lot. They give us a little bit of that voiceover and just a couple of visual cues to know that, okay, oh, that's Zuko,
characters.
that's Uncle Iroh, here's some of the visual effects that we're doing. It looks so far, visually, to be
Yeah.
a pretty close, faithful adaptation thus far. We'll see. I want to see this kid perform. I want to see the other child actors perform. These things can really make or break based on children performance.
I left a few days ago.
The kid's slobbering?
I think so.
He's literally caught himself doing it. And he's like trying to scoop it back up. The kid looks the part. He looks like Aang, you know, there's unmistakably.
I think they all really look the part.
Yeah.
What I would imagine them to be in live action, I think they got right, at least visually. And that scene for me with Zuko was, woof.
Well, when he was walking through.
Yeah, when he was walking through, I thought that was such a good scene, and I'm so excited to kind of see him in live action in particular.
The sad thing is that if this really is just book one, we don't see a whole lot of Zuko's sister in that book. We got to see a brief clip of Azula, and the prospect of her not being in it a lot because it's book one would make me really sad. But you know, I know if they continue on,
Yeah.
she would be a highlight. I don't know who they cast for her. What a role that would be to be able to play, and you know,
Yeah.
because they teased her at the end of M. Night Shyamalan, Azula coming out.
Oh. Yeah.
You know, so she never got to really be that
Yeah.
character. My hopes are high, but I'm still kind of apprehensive because live action can be hit or miss.
Either way, even if it's not good, I think it'll be interesting to see another live action
Right.
compared to the movie.
It's coming out in February, so we'll probably put a poll on Patreon around that time if people want us to watch the live action show, because we'll probably be either in the middle of another show or doing something around that time. If the stars align, I wouldn't mind watching that for the channel.
Oh, absolutely.
But of course, these are just some of our thoughts. We'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments below, so leave us a comment down below. We'll check those out. For now, that is it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video, everyone. Take care.